What's happening, you guys? Today is the 14th of January, Sunday, NFL Wild Card Week. If you guys are football fans at all, I'm not wearing my Eagles hoodie right now because the one I mainly wear is on the thinner side, and it's only 15 degrees here right now, and I'm still wearing shorts. Yeah, I already got asked that a couple times by people because I almost never wear pants, even in cold weather. It's you still be hard pressed to find me wearing pants. I wore pants the other day when I was up in Sparks, Nevada. The only reason I wore pants that day was because I was expecting to possibly put chains on in Donner Pass. And I'd rather have at least something cover my knees if I'm going to be down on my knees trying to put chains on tires. But I ended up not even needing that anyway, because by the time I was finally able to get out of Sparks after getting tire repaired and all that kind of stuff, chain control got lifted anyway. So anyway, we got 14 degrees here, but and I stopped in Clovis. It was like 22 degrees there, but it was like nice sunny weather and calm winds. Actually, didn't feel bad at all out there. I mean, it was okay, a little on the chilly side, but felt all right. Anyway, all that crap aside, what are we doing today? We are on our way to the Walmart Distribution Center in Plainview, Texas. See on the map here where we're at in relation to Plainview, as well as Amarillo and Lubbock. I've been here numerous times before. You guys have seen me vlog here several times before too. I was just here, a couple months ago or something like that. I don't remember, if even that. I don't even know if it's been 2 months. So that was the last time. This load actually picked up from a different location than I normally pick up from, though, when I'm coming to Plainview. Normally I pick up from the distribution center over in Middle Loma, or Jurupa Valley, California, or Eastville, whatever you want to call that area there. Or a Swift terminal, even, you can call it, I guess. But this time it picked up from the newer Walmart DC on Agua Mansa Road in Colton, California. It's not too far east of where the Walmart DC that I'm usually always picking up from in that town. Which is also my original hometown. Alright, anyway, that's what's going on here. We're going to be making that delivery. It will be a drop-and hook. So it's just going to be, it should be fairly, somewhat quick. Drop my loaded there, go find an empty that's suitable, and then go elsewhere. We'll talk more about what happens afterward, though, after this. Anyway, that's what's happening. So I guess now we can get to the story time here. You guys know I usually try to have like some story time in here, or some kind of topic. Try to keep it trucking related as much as I can, but sometimes I might stray from it. But this time we're going to keep it on topic, and we're going to talk about something that's kind of an add-on to what my last video was about, which was my last load getting swapped. Tell that was a hawk, or it almost looked like an owl. No, I think it was more of a hawk though. Alright, so if you guys saw my last video, I got swapped off a load because it was running late. But it really wasn't running late. Okay, it was projecting late when I was still in the dock door, waiting for my bills, so I could depart with it. And it was partially a fair amount my fault that it was projecting late. However, wasn't going to be a problem because I ended up getting that to Blythe, California. Got down to less than 1,200 miles left, and I could easily do 1,200, even 1,300 plus miles in a matter of 2 shifts. So it wasn't a big deal at all. But I got forced off the load per se. Well, someone tried to compel me to do it, but I ended up down. Ultimately, it's my truck that's hooked to it. You can tell me what you want me to do all you want, but as long as I'm the one pulling the trailer and I think I can deliver it on time, you have nothing to say about it. You can tell me you want me to do this or that, but it's up to me to decide if I want to let go of this load. I ended up doing it anyway, though. Now, I swapped with a team truck, a couple who I know. Now, you guys can watch that video and get more of the detail on it, but I'm going to talk more about the issue that a lot of drivers have on swaps, which is not wanting to swap off a load unless they are getting back about the same number of miles on the inherited load that they're giving up on the load they're giving up. I'm going to tell you, if you do that, you are short-sighted and being an idiot, okay? It sounds a bit blunt, but you are. I'm not calling you an idiot because there are times where I'm being an idiot. Trust me, a lot of people call me the smartest guy they've ever been around, but trust me, there are plenty of times where I'm an idiot too. And if you have that mentality that that's the only, you'll only swap if you get back a similar number of miles to what you're giving up, then you're losing out on a lot. So, case in point, that swap I did, when I left, Blythe, I had figured out, well, alright, what would I get if I'm doing the same number of, like if I went straight from Blythe to Temple, Texas to deliver my load myself, 1,188 miles, versus swap over on the east side of Tucson, Arizona, and then take their load back to Rialto, California, 730 miles. I lost 460 miles on that swap. Is that necessarily a big deal though? No. Because something that drivers don't think about is dwell time. Alright, so what I mean by that is, there's kind of 2 parts to it. First, if you're going to be swapping, how long are you going to have to sit waiting for the other driver to show up at the swap point? And then there's the other part of it, which is once you do get swapped and get the load moving, how long are you going to have to sit at the receiver end waiting to deliver the load? Now, if you're a drive-in driver who mostly all does drop and hook deliveries and pickups, okay, it might not be such a big deal. Because it's a lot of times it's just go, get the load there and then drop it and get rolling as soon as you're empty kind of thing. But in reefer freight, it's a little bit different. You have to have a lot more patience and be a little bit more strategic with your planning, I guess I would say, for the most part. Because now this delivery here we're going to be doing today will be a drop and hook, but vast majority of my deliveries that I make, at least here at JCT, are live unloads, which I actually prefer, and I have my reasons for it. That would be a different topic for a different day, and I think I might have talked about that. But either way, most of the time you can't show up at a receiver until usually within about an hour before your appointment time. And you have to consider that. So that load in Rialto, that was delivered in Rialto that I swapped for, that wasn't due until this morning, and I think at like 9 a.m. Pacific time, something like that. 7 a.m., 9 a.m., I can't remember. And, and I was going to have it there Friday later morning, like about 11 o'clock or so. So we're talking about 45 to 47 hour, or no, 46 to 44 to 46 hour dwell time between when I was going to be there and when I'd actually be able to deliver it, because Target won't let you deliver until within an hour of your appointment. And that's something you got to factor in. It's 44 hours of sitting around idle waiting before I can even deliver this load. Okay, there's got to be a better option here. Either give me a permission to drop this in a drop yard, or swap me and somebody else who's running late somewhere else, perhaps. But then there's always that issue where drivers don't want to swap a lot of times unless you're getting back at least as many miles on the inherited load as they're giving up. But look what I was talking about. I was supposed to be dwelling all the way up until this morning in Rialto with that load I inherited, but what really happened, I ended up getting permission very quickly to drop the load in the San Bernardino drop yard. And then as soon as I was done, come pick this load up from the shipper in Colton. It was already ready to go. All I had to do was just get my ass over there, pick the load up, and get it moving. And here I am Sunday morning, and it's our Sunday afternoon now here. And I'm already back in Texas, getting ready to deliver 1,000+ miles away from where I was supposed to be delivering. So there was no dwell time. The only dwell time I really had was waiting for because I didn't have any dwell time at the swap point because the other truck was already there waiting for me before I got there. I think they only had to sit about an hour, something like that. Kind of get to California to the drop yard, I find myself an empty. I was ready to roll with it right away, but I couldn't because they didn't have load info. Why didn't I have load info? Because the DM was having a problem with the particular trailer I was trying to use. It was hanging up in the system for some weird reason. I don't know what the issue was. It could have been flagged as in a different location or attached to somebody who really wasn't even attached to it. Let me get zoomed in here. I've had that happen before, but whatever it was, there was some kind of hiccup with the database for the fleet management database, basically AS400. So I asked, would it be better? It's going to have to get fixed anyway. But if it helps any, there are other empties here in the drop yard I can grab, and if you want, I can just hook it up to one of the other ones and let you know which one it is, and we'll just go with that. So she goes, yeah, go ahead and let me know which one you want to take. So I let her know, and she gets me dispatched right away onto it. And that was about an hour and a half of sitting there waiting for that to be all resolved. That's all the dwell time I had. All that time with that load. Now, the other load, why I was upset about it and losing it originally, was because I was going to be able to get to Temple about 12 hours before my appointment time, and then I'd be able to do a whole 10-hour break and then still wait about an hour or so before I could check in for the delivery. And then as soon as I'm done delivering, I'd be ready to roll immediately toward a different load. But it didn't work out. Obviously the swap, I ended up having to swap, so I wasn't able to work my clock like that. And I knew I was in really good position to keep rolling with what hours I had. So knowing I was in a prime position there, that was the biggest issue to me. And having to sit for 48 or 44 to 46 hours with a different load that anyway, we don't need to dwell on that. It didn't matter how many miles I had on it. If I have to sit for 44 to 46 hours, that's a 34-hour reset and then some. Whereas I could keep on rolling, do maybe even 3-hour dwell time, and then run again and do a 10-hour break somewhere in that time, and it's still I still got 30 more hours to go before I even match up with that other one, the other load. So I could be running more miles. I lost 460 miles on that one, like I said, in a way, but no dwell time. I'm more than made up for it by getting this load. Yeah, because I ran 730 and then add in the about 1,100 mile trip with this load. So we're talking almost 1,900 miles, or I'll say 1,850 total, when I would have only been driving not even 1,200 miles in that same amount of torque. Okay, I digress a little bit here because the other load in Temple had delivered yesterday morning. So I have to consider that too. But yeah, I could have ran, we'll just say on average about 500 or 600 miles a day. It would have evened out. Either way, it would have been somewhere around 1,800-ish miles. I can maybe even argue that I got more miles out of doing the swap, dropping it, and grabbing this load and coming back over that same amount of time than had I stayed under the other load and picked up a different load and ran the miles with it. Okay, this exit coming up here at Quincy Street. That's where we're going to be exiting at. Some people use this street right here and then circle back around counterclockwise because the DC is right here in front of us. Some people, they'll circle around counterclockwise. I personally always take the Quincy Street exit and make the right turn right after you get past this overpass you see up ahead. And then right down the street on the right side is the truck entrance. Alright, so that's one reason I say don't worry about how whether you lose the miles. I had another time, trying to fix this. I had another one, former JCT driver, when he was still with us, he and his wife, I think his wife was a passenger, but I can't remember. Anyway, I picked up a load in California, and my load was going to Florida. The driver who I was swapping with was from Florida and trying to get home. And I got asked while I was still in California. I was actually at my house doing a break, like a 10-hour break or whatever it was. And I got asked if I'd mind driving out to Essex, which is about a 107 mile marker on I-40 in California. They only had about another 35 miles from there, from my house to I-40. So we're talking maybe a 150 mile trip to do this swap. And the other driver's load was coming back to California. I don't remember where it was delivering to. I think it was going to like Shafter, California or somewhere. I don't remember. But I know when I got to the swap point, the load still had, I think, 2,200 miles remaining on it. Or was it 1,800? I want to say 2,200. I could be wrong, but yeah, because it was going to Florida. I can't remember if it was going to the Panhandle or Central Florida, whatever it was. But yeah, I ended up swapping with him. And I remember while we were there meeting up, doing the swap, he was asking me, are you sure you're okay with doing this swap? Because you're losing a lot of miles on this. And I go, yeah, don't worry about it, because I'm running on recaps. I said I was going to end up, I can't even run a full shift today anyway. And I told them I already got permission to drop your load in the drop yard. And all I was going to do is, it was a 300, a little over 300 mile day once all was said and done, but I didn't have a lot more than that to work with anyway. And even the next day, I think I only had 6 hours to work with, even after I got my recaps back. I can't even run a full shift like that, so don't worry about it. I'm running on recaps. There's no doubt in my mind that I'm going to burn up my clock. As long as I'm burning my clock up, I'm going to make good use. We'll get checked in right over here, and we'll end up dropping in a minute. Alright guys, we're just going to slide our tandems and then we'll drop our our loaded here in that same row where you see the yard jockey up ahead. Alright, got 18 degrees here. Like I said, it really doesn't feel too bad out here. It's, mostly sunny weather and calm calm winds, that helps a ton. Alright, tandems are back. I'm going to do a U-turn setup here. Just have to, yeah, after we get past this lane over here, this next row up is where I'm going to be dropping it. And I think I don't like about these damn Hirschbach spec trailers is how the airbags auto-deflate. I don't like trailers that do that. It's you know, for one, I can feel it bouncing right now. We'll put it right there. Alright, second spot over. Second spot past is where I'm going to turn around because the tandems are all the way back. As soon as I see the front of that Walmart trailer over there is when I wanted to start coming back. Okay. Now, see, I accidentally let it go a little bit too much to the blind side, so I kind of got a little cautious there. It should be good, just perfect now. We'll find out. Yeah, a little bit close to him, but not a problem at all. Alright, we'll go ahead and get this dropped and then go find ourselves an empty. Alright, now I'm starting to feel just a slight breeze out there. Alright, we should be pretty sure I heard it disconnect. Yeah, alright. Drop our airbags down. Okay, got zero pressure. Come on. Oh. You know, it'd kind of help if I went to yard move so I'm not burning up cloth I don't need to burn up. Come on. Forgot to do that earlier. Okay. Don't know if I'll be doing a lot more driving today yet, but I want to have the option of having my full clock to work with if I do. So I'd rather be using yard move while I'm here on the property doing less than 20 miles an hour. Okay, that last row of trailers facing right at us is the first place we're going to possibly find an empty JCT trailer. Yeah, look at that. That truck got trashed up. Someone rolled that thing, didn't they? Two of them crashed. These are all crashed over here. A couple of trailers that are screwed up too. I don't know why they have this scraper thing blocked off. If you guys aren't really familiar with what that is, basically you, in snowy areas, you drive underneath those and it'll scrape the snow off the roof of your trailer. But they have nothing closed, blocked off or whatever. And last time I was here, they were doing something with it, or the area, whatever. Okay, let's see what we can find here. There aren't very many reefer trailers over here at all, so we might have to go to the what I call the slanted lot to find one. That's definitely not one of ours. Yeah, you can see a slanted lot there on my screen, on my map view there. That's a Stevens. The other one's not one of ours either. There's one of ours right here. 30943. Let's take a look at it. Double check that it's that I like it, and if I do, we'll take it. Alright guys, this trailer will definitely get the job done. We'll go ahead and hook up to it. I've already done a pretty good look at it before I've even hooked to it. Just gotta do the rest of the stuff that I can't do without being hooked up, literally, and with the lines and all that. You know, like checking brakes for proper adjustment, lights for functionality and all that kind of stuff. Otherwise, yeah, trailer looks good. Okay. Alright, so we'll finish my pre-trip and we'll get out of here. Alright guys, we actually have a problem with this one after all. Okay, so I'm going to try to hook my pigtail up, but I got a bit of a problem here. All the prongs on here are completely missing, plus the sleeve that my cable goes into, it's missing. See all that slop there? That's no good. This trailer is not very old either. It was just manufactured in October of 2022. It just got its DOT done in July. Now what it's supposed to look like is this. It's supposed to have this flapper door here. This whole sleeve here is missing. And then all the pins are completely missing too, which I find really rather peculiar that the pins even are missing. So, like, how is that possible? Unless someone maybe stole a part off of our trailer, put on another one or something. I don't know. I was thinking maybe it was a drop trailer case or something, but normally if it's a drop trailer, you'll find damage to the glad hand fittings as well. But I don't see anything going on there. This looks like it's that, so. Alright, so I can't really pull the trailer off the property like that. I called our breakdown people to find out if there are any work orders open for it. So I told him I was trying to hook to the trailer and found out it was like that. And then he was asking me if I could take it somewhere. I'm like, I'm not taking this thing anywhere. I'm not going to have any lights on it. Yeah, I can get put out of service really fast as soon as I get on the damn highway with it. Okay, there are not going to be any way stations between here and Amarillo, but problem is, let's see. Yeah, I never even made it to the landing gear. You got to double check it though. Yeah, I don't want to risk having a drop trailer, so I wanted to make certain that oh, wait a minute. It says the kingpin release is activated, but I don't know for sure. I'll pull away. I'll try to pull away first and then see if it works. Nope. Don't tell me that don't tell me my kingpin's released when it's not. There we go. Now it is. Or at least I'm pretty sure it is. I heard it pretty good there. Yeah. Alright. So we're going to have to go find ourselves another trailer. Yeah, I called her breakdown, and the person I talked to did not sound happy either about me not wanting to pull it away from the property. But, like, well, I'm not going to drive it around city streets, I mean, around highways or whatever with no lights. You know, if I have to change lanes or turn or whatever, we're going to have a problem. So, that's going to need to be fixed here. Where's he going? Interesting. Okay. Alright, there's two more. I see at least one more JCT right there next to the other guy who's there. There's another one right here, 31030. Let's take a look at it. Maybe we'll have some better luck with that one. Yeah, it's in kind of not the greatest spot anyway. It doesn't look like it's even in a legit spot, so better, all more reason to grab this one if it's in good shape. Well, even if it's not a big deal. Hang on, I don't like the way I'm positioned. And I'm gonna have to raise my airbags too. Oh, actually they're lowered anyway. Alright, yeah, definitely got contact there. Go ahead and raise the bags anyway, so get the landing gear off the ground. Okay, yeah, if there are any problems with this one, if I can at least have lights or whatever so I can do something with it, I can always take it to a shop up at Amarillo and get it fixed. And but the other one, no, that's not safe to even get on the road. So that needs to stay here and get fixed here. I know the breakdown guy was not happy about me not wanting to move it, but like, no, I can't get any lights at all on it. No brake lights, no turn signals, no nothing. I can't even hook my my Pigtail up to it. So that's a no ifs, ands, or buts. I'm not moving that trailer off this property. It's going to need to be fixed here on the spot. So, all right, let me get this pre-trip done here, and maybe we'll be able to get out of here with this one. All right, guys, we are ready to roll out of here now with this one. This one is good. You know what? I forgot to turn the reefer unit back off, though. All right. So, I really have to wonder how that trailer ended up in that condition, because I know it didn't come here from a JCT driver in that condition. It had to have happened, maybe a yard jockey did it or something, I don't know. Or somebody else who was making a delivery or whatever. Let me get turned around. No sense of going all the way around when I can just come this way. Alright, yeah, either, because I doubt somebody stole the parts off of there. I'm thinking maybe it came off somehow, but I don't know. I'm really curious about that one. How did that whole receptacle end up the way it was? So, I don't know. Yeah, Breakdown already sent me a message saying that Loves will be out here in a couple hours to fix it. So that way, another JCT driver comes by and decides they like that trailer and want to use it, they won't find out the hard way that, hey, I can't hook my Pigtail up. So it's at least been reported. The fact it hasn't been reported already means that it's more likely no other JCT driver saw it yet. There's no wonder I won't go above 10 miles an hour. I'm going around you, dude. I'm not doing 4 miles an hour. Okay. Yeah, if he'd gotten much closer to this curve here, then I would have stayed behind him and waited till there was a safer spot. But, yeah, we were definitely good there. Okay. Show you guys how we get, how they want us to exit the property. There is a particular route they want us to use. Well, yeah, it's funny because we're on the property. You know the guard shack's right ahead and to the left, but it's not quite that simple. So this next stop sign up here you see up ahead, we're going to make a right turn. You'll see that sign there saying make a right turn. All traffic, I can't read it quite yet. But I know it wants all traffic to, all exiting traffic to make a right. Yeah, right turn only. And then it's in Spanish. Solo vuelta a la derecha. Okay. So yeah, we'll make our turn here, and then we're gonna make the left where that green prime track, or yeah, that green prime is at, and then make another left again to get to the guard shack. Because this turn here was too close to the guard shack, and I'm sure there have been problems caused by drivers trying to maneuver there before. What is Prime doing? Now I don't know. She's trying to do like some kind of weird teardrop U-turn or something. I think that's what's going on, but she was getting ready to do it right in front of me, and like I'm the one with the right of way. Like, what are you doing? You'd be doing like I didn't move because I didn't have room to move with because the shed driver. Not sure what went on there. He was telling her something. Like, I don't know if she was confused and trying to find her way around, or if he was telling her she was supposed to come this side, or what. Alright, we'll get checked out here. We gotta wait for this guy to go to depart first before we can proceed, and we'll get our trailer checked out and all that. I can send my empty call while I'm right here anyway. And I'll tell you what's going on next. Alright guys, we'll get out of here now. Just let me plug my phone back in real quick. Alright, so a couple of guys in there. The first guy I checked in with, I know he's a Packers fan, so I was chit-chatting with him briefly. Not much, but briefly. Because his team is playing the Cowboys today in the wild card game. They're going to be playing in actually a little bit more than an hour from now. You know, I'm an Eagles fan, so I'm kind of hoping the Packers win that one. I got the impression the other guy was not too interested in socializing in any way, though. Actually, the second guy kind of reminded me, at least appearance-wise, of someone I used to work with on airplanes. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so what's going on next? Yeah, good question. I don't know. We have I have hours to work with today, and I'll have some. Well, yeah, if I run a full shift today, I'm going to be down to less than 10 hours on my 70. I think I started my shift with like 16 hours. Something along that line. Shut up. There's not even a line here, you stupid thing. I don't need your stupid help. Alright, anyway, though, yeah, we'll just say I run a full 11-hour shift, and I'm going to be down to like, we'll say about 5 hours left on my clock by the end of the day. Tomorrow I'm only getting, I want to say 3.5 hours back. Got one, I got a pickup turning and another pickup going straight through. Then I'm going to watch this car real quick. Okay. Alright, we're going to get on to the 27 northbound here. Well, let me talk about my recap situation, then I'll tell you what the likely reload spots are and all that. I don't have a pre-plan right now, so I can't tell you what I'm doing next. I'll give you that part. But now my recaps, you know, with it being a weekend, it's Sunday. That's not going to help, and freight being a little bit down somewhat from last year is also not a good thing. And my available hours also not a good thing, because like I was saying, I have I have good hours today, but how much am I going to burn getting to my whatever shipper I end up getting sent to next? And then with the next 3 days recaps, that's a concern. I had a feeling that I was gonna, there's probably not a hell of a lot of loads, even if what's available might not be a lot that's gonna work with my hours just yet. So, let's say tonight I think I get 3.5 hours back. Tomorrow night I think I get 550 something back or whatever. And then the following night I only get like 220 or 230 or whatever hell it is back. So we're talking only about 11 and a half hours or somewhere in that ball. 11 perhaps hours is all I'm going to get back over the next 3 nights combined. And add in, you know, I started my shift with 16. I should have burned about 3.5 or so. Now actually I'm down to 12.7 right now on my cycle. So we're only going to have about 23 hours between now and what's that? I think Wednesday. That's not very useful. I can work with it, but I can't even run 8-hour shifts. So I'm going to say there's a better chance I might end up even possibly doing a 34-hour reset before I get a load. We'll see how things go, though. I'm just going to go ahead and head straight up to Amarillo now. And yeah, I'm running dead-end miles because I know that I'm on driving status because one, I know that my next load is almost certainly going to go through Amarillo. So and all the times I've been to Plainview, there are like, I want to say like 5 different shippers I've been to over the time. Most of the time I end up reloading at JBS in Cactus, Texas, which goes straight up to Amarillo, and then go another hour north of there on US 287, right there on the left side in Cactus, a small town of Cactus is the JBS plant. And another time I went to Diamond, Oklahoma to pick up a load there. Basically, you go right past Cactus, go all the way up to Stratford, which is about 20 miles past Cactus, and then go east on US 54 into Oklahoma, and that's where Guyman is at. I've only gone that way once, and I've picked up from the Tyson plant in Amarillo a few times. At least a few times that I can think of. And I've also then headed out to Enid, Oklahoma, and Arkansas City, Kansas. All 3 of those, Tyson, Arkansas City, and Enid, I access the exact same way. It's just, what do I do once I'm on that common road? Because usually what I do there is go over to the east side of Amarillo off I-40, use exit 81. There's a farm road right there. Go north on it, Farm Road 941 or 1941 or whatever. I can't remember the number of that in the highway, that road, but if you go straight up that road, it'll cross over the top of US 60, and it'll right after you get past 60, it dead ends into some other street, and right there on the right side where it dead ends is the Tyson plant. So that's one place, and then Enid and Arkansas City, regardless of which one of those 2 it is, me personally, I usually get on US 60 right there, right next to that Tyson plant, and take you over to the east. 60 will take you right into Enid. you got to get up to I-35 and then go up into just barely into Kansas for the most part to get to Arkansas City. But I know that's what one of those 5 locations is the most likely where I'm going to end up next. I don't know which one it is. I don't know if I'm going to do it with the recaps or if I'm going to be doing a 34 and Amarillo before I get to do it. So we'll see how it goes. If I do a 34, I won't be done with it until tomorrow night. Really, really late tomorrow night. So tentatively plan on seeing my next pickup. I don't know, either it'll be either a Monday sometime pickup or might have to wait till Tuesday. Yeah, once I've done a 34. So we'll see how it goes. All right, we'll see you guys then. You guys got some good info out of this. Share your thoughts on what I had to say earlier if you want. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.